vertical called Hbnnn, which stands for Health, Image, and Service. This platform is to address black men's health, the image that they're portraying in our communities and beyond, and also the service that they give not only to their families, but to their communities. We think it's a perfect opportunity based on what's going on in our environment these days, and we really want to take advantage of how we're going to present ourselves to the world. So when we look at this, we plan to educate, inspire, and motivate black men to take better care of their health, to have a better image in our communities, and to give more service to our young people in our community. So we are very, very proud today to partner with Hbnnn magazine on this panel, My Brother's Keeper, Dissolving the Prison Pipeline. To tell you more about his BET, I'm going to let the tape run right now. Thank you.
From presidents to postmen, the best men in leading roles are black men.
There are millions of Americans outside of Washington moving this country forward.
African-American men are game changers. They change everything they touch.
There's a shift. You're at an advantage right now. You can do whatever you want to do.
Entertainment, art, style, politics, ideas.
Just keep doing your dream.
Black men always take culture to new heights. And now, BET is the only place committed to these powerful global influencers.
My goal is to get people to be curious about the natural world.
Introducing His BET, a multi-platform destination celebrating black men at their best.
Ooh, I'm gonna tweet that.
His BET is about health.
You gotta save some lives today.
Through wellness education, disease prevention, nutrition, and fitness. Image.
It's very strong to influence a nation, influence a world.
By showing the diversity of the black male experience through career, lifestyle, and achievement. Service.
I want to thank all my peers out here who have schools, who inspire young people.
Celebrating his commitment to family, community, and the next generation. Having real impact with strength, style, and substance. Welcome to His BET, the new destination for black men.
We have a great panel for you today. And here representing the White House and who will introduce this panel is Heather Foster. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you, Louis. Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's my pleasure and honor to be here today on behalf of the President. My name is Heather Foster. I'm an advisor in the White House Office of Public Engagement. And our job is to literally public engage. So we build coalitions around the President's policy priorities. And today, we're here to talk a little bit about the President's new initiative, My Brother's Keeper. There's actually a video here that I think really explains the essence of this program.
I first met Christian about a year ago. I visited the Hyde Park Academy in Chicago, which is only about a mile from my house. And Christian was part of this program called Becoming a Man. And it helps young men who show a lot of potential, but may have gotten in some trouble to stay on the right path. They get help with schoolwork, but they also learn life skills, and it works.
When he came into our BAM circle, it was one of the greatest experiences of my life. Most people do not get to meet him, or if they do, it's just a handshake. He sat down with us and shared his story. And to my surprise, he was just like me, growing up without a father, and sometimes not too concerned with school.
I can see myself in these young men. And the only difference is that I grew up in an environment that was a little bit more forgiving. And I told these young men my story then, and I repeat it now because I firmly believe that every child deserves the same chances that I had. And that's why we're here today. And I'm going to pen this presidential memorandum to determine what we can do right now to improve the odds for boys and young men of color. And we're committed to building on what works. And we call it My Brother's Keeper.
President Obama decided to get the private sector, the public sector, these foundations,
all these great individuals, entrepreneurs, get them all involved and make sure that we can have these young men go on and be successful in life. And this one here is really key for America, not just the black and brown community, but for America. It will improve America.
It's important to have resources and programs like this because it will help younger kids to motivate them, like if they're failing grades, just to keep trying and just pursue your dreams and never give up.
The community is not always that bad. It's bad because people get shot and killed. And that's all that you hear about it, but you really don't hear about YG or BAM because this is low cap. You know, it's not publicized like, oh, it's a big thing. But now what Barack Obama's doing with My Brothers Initiative is moving that up. Say it is some good coming out of the south side of Chicago.
So the president launched that initiative on February 27th, and we have gotten a large response from everyone across the community. And so special thanks to BET and his campaign. These are the type of things that the president wants to see as we continue to look at what we can really do to help the lives of young men of color. Now, you're going to hear from an awesome panel today to do a little bit more deep dive on that issue. And so I'd like to bring to the stage now Mr. Kevin Frazier.
How's everybody doing today?
Great!
Thank you, Heather. We want to thank the White House. We also want to thank BET and Hbnnn for being involved with this, because this is really an important subject. How are we going to cut off this seeming pipeline to prison for especially African-American young men? Now, I know we were just over watching the basketball game and there were 1,800 folks, standing room only, but at the end of the day, some of those people on the court, and many of us are connected to people who are caught in this pipeline. This is what we need to figure out. This is an important subject, so I'm glad BET and Hbnnn are addressing that. Let me introduce the panel. Dr. Robert K. Ross is President and Chief Executive Officer of the California Endowment, a health foundation that addresses the health needs of Californians. Prior to his appointment in July of 2000, Dr. Ross served as the Director of the Health and Human Services Agency in San Diego and Commissioner of the Public Health for the city of Philadelphia. Welcome today. Pastor Torrey Roberts heads One Church International, a progressive spiritual community and network with over 3,500 local members and thousands more online. He is a published author as well as founder and executive director of the Artist Resource Center, a nonprofit organization that is offering multimedia facilities, entertainment and technology, and business training to the people in his community. Thank you for being here. You know we appreciate what you do. I think you all know this next panelist, MC Hammer, a rapper, a dancer, an entrepreneur, a spokesman, and an actor. He is known for all of his hit records. He sold more than 50 million records worldwide. His businesses have included internet ventures, clothing companies, management, and record labels. Welcome, 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 Hammer. Jim Shelton is the Deputy Secretary of the U.S. Department of Education. In this role, he oversees a broad range of management, policy, and program functions. Previously, he served as the head of the Office of Innovation and Improvement at the department and Program Director of Education at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Welcome. Van Jones is the co-host of Crossfire on CNN and the president and co-founder of Rebuild the Dream, a platform for bottom-up, people-powered innovations to help fix the U.S. economy. A Yale-educated attorney, Van has written 2 New York Times bestsellers, and he is trying to help rebuild the dream. Van, welcome.